Alright, so I know this is kind of an awkward time to even talk about this because it's kind of late at this point, but whatever the fuck. I think it's important to talk about the Lincoln Riley Act and why it's actually not a good thing. The whole reason why that law was created to begin with has everything to do with fucking racism. It's the underlining meaning of the whole fucking law itself. Essentially, what the Lincoln Riley Act is, for anyone who doesn't know what the law is, I think it was like the first act that President Trump signed into executive order. It was the first executive order that he signed into law or whatever. But essentially what it does is it gave the American government more power to decide who they get to arrest, detain, and fucking deport. And of course they have to be fucking illegal. So I don't know if they just have to look illegal or if they have to actually be illegal. There's no way you're gonna know if someone's illegal or not without first detaining them and see who the fuck you're dealing with. Which in the underlining tone itself is fucking racist. Essentially, the whole law was created after a young Georgia nursing student was murdered by an illegal alien from Venezuela. The whole fucking thing was like, it was a horrific fucking tragedy. Of course, President Trump had to use that whole entire scenario to politicize it just to push further fucking immigration laws. Have the Republicans fucking celebrating this shit, and the Democrats even fucking openly supported this shit. And another thing that baffles my mind is that this shit's been going on for a long time. Like, illegal immigration has been going on for the longest time. People have been getting killed from, illegal immigrants, from shit like that for the longest time. But where the fuck was the outcry then? Why is it all of a sudden now there's a fucking outcry after all of this time gone by? Think about all the people that have died that you don't even know about, that's just gone ignored. And now all of a sudden they want to pretend like they give a shit. Oh, illegal immigration. Oh my God, they're all fucking bad people. And now they're pushing further, using their agenda to push further immigration law. And it's really fucking racism. I'm sorry, people, but where was the outcry for the longest time? Now everybody wants to pretend to even give a shit about illegal immigration. This has been going on for the longest time. This isn't anything new, but everyone acts like this is new and this has never been going on before. And now all of a sudden everyone's freaking out about it, and now they want to push further immigration laws because of this shit. And when do you even give a fuck about it? I'm talking about the fucking government. And it baffles me when you have Democrats thinking that the Democratic Party gives a fuck about you when they're openly for this law, which is all about fucking racism. In case you forgot about it, the Democratic fucking Party, wasn't that built based on racism and the KKK and all that other bullshit? Both parties are 1,000,000% complicit in all of this fucking bullshit, people. That's the whole point about that shit too. The thing with the law is, I think there's specific requirements. I'm pretty sure the people that they're detaining, they have to have, I think it's burglary, like a minor theft charge against them. There's a couple of other things that they have to, there are certain requirements that they're supposed to have in order to, arrest these fucking people. The problem with that too is that what in this fucking law, they have to arrest you. So I think it's if they have a minor burglary or theft, or if I think if they attack a police officer, or there's some other requirement that they have to have against them in order for, ICE to be able to fucking arrest and detain them and all that. But again, what I'm trying to say, the problem with this is they don't actually have to have guilt in order for ICE to arrest them. They can have pending charges against them, and for all we know, they can be innocent, but they don't have to have proof that these people are fucking guilty. That's the problem. As long as they have suspicion that these people are guilty, they have that power within them to be able to arrest and to detain and deport them. Sometimes I can't speak because I have so much in my fucking brain that I'm stumbling over my words, but the point is, ICE has the power to detain these people based on suspicion. They don't even have to have proof of being guilty. That's the whole point. That's where the underlining racism comes in. This is where people have to pay fucking attention. And you have the full Republican Party and you have the Democratic Party all in full support of this shit. Now, I don't know if all of the Democratic Party is openly about it, but I'm pretty sure a majority of the Democratic Party is openly about that. So I don't want to hear the Democrats say, oh, well, the Democratic Party should have did blah, 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 or we could be blah, blah. No, the Democratic Party is just as complicit as the Republican Party. The Democratic Party was built based on racism and all that. So don't try to use the Democratic Party as the fake hero. They're just as bad as the Republican Party. They're all complicit in racism and promoting racism and all that. And even if the Democratic Party doesn't openly promote racism, they enable it. Everybody here is fucking guilty. Both parties are fucking guilty. I want to make that fucking clear. But now everybody wants to freak out. This has been going on for the longest time. So many people have died that you know nothing about. Now you want to give a shit because this one incident was politicized, and now they're pushing further immigration laws against fucking immigrants. The problem, again, with this fucking law is it's gonna go after fucking innocent immigrants who are fucking, good, really good fucking people, even if they're fucking legal. Because now they're able to use this law, and now they can go after you based on suspicion. You don't even have to have evidence of guilt. As long as you see you could be guilty, it's a probability or a possibility, just even a small percentage of a possibility, they can fucking detain you and deport you with this shit. Now they're just gonna keep tightening the rope more and more and more over the fucking necks of the immigrants. And we, the people who are just allowing this to happen, are complicit, and we're not helping our people. These people are our people. We're all supposed to be people together, brothers and sisters, and we're all just human beings trying to make it, for fuck's sake, in this world. Just because you have a different skin color and maybe you can't relate to them because you feel like you're fucking safe and nothing's gonna happen to you, doesn't mean you can't have sympathy and compassion and actually pay attention and actually want to make a difference and help those who are less fucking fortunate than you. I don't understand how you can come this far as a country to allow this shit to happen. This is literally Germany 100 years ago. It's the same fucking shit all over again. Now he's talking about putting immigrants in Guantanamo Bay. This is the whole same thing with concentration camps. They're just rebranding this whole thing to make it look like it's necessary in this current moment, which is what fucking Hitler told his people, doing the same thing when he was fucking going after the fucking Jews and making all his excuses, and all the people thought it was a fucking good thing. Because in the moment, it seemed like it fucking made sense. Just like in this current moment, what President Trump is saying, it sounds like it fucking makes sense. But none of it makes sense. If you have common sense and you pay attention, you see what's really fucking going on and you read between the lines. The Lincoln Rally Act was politicized. They used the murder of a poor innocent woman to push further immigration laws that are now... It's like slavery. They're pushing immigration laws to go against immigrants, even those who are fucking innocent. Because there's even the people they're allowed to go after, they don't have to have proof of guilt. They just have to have suspicion, or there's maybe a possibility. It doesn't make any sense. They use the death of a woman to further enslave immigrants and other fucking people. And with this excuse, they're going to continue to divide us, continue to further push hate in our hearts, so they can continue pushing more laws that go against more and more groups of people. And then before you know it, the whole fucking world is enslaved. Because eventually it's going to come for every single one of us. It doesn't matter who you are. As long as you're not the 1%, the cult in the very fucking top, you're not fucking safe. You think about it, even people like President Trump and these fucking puppets you see in power, you don't even know if they're fucking safe. Because these people are just fucking puppets too. Who the fuck knows? They're just being used for an agenda. But when that agenda is further complete, these people probably won't even be fucking useful anymore. So it's even fucked up to think that even people like President Trump and these other puppets in power that you think of power and influence, they don't have as much power and influence as you think, because they're puppets. And puppets, at one point, they just become invalid. They're not going to be useful forever. So it's really fucked up to think about. But at the end of the day, I have no idea what's going on up there. But at the end of the day, if you think Trump is in charge of anything, no, he's just a fucking puppet, people. Whoever the fuck is, funding him and his donors and all of that, those are more the people you want to pay attention to. But I don't know how the fuck, who those people are. There's people who are smarter than me who obviously can dig deeper and find that shit. I know I can find it, but I'm not really in the mood right now to dig deeper to even who funds Trump right now. It's just screwed up to think about. Nobody's really truly fucking safe. I don't know. It's messed up. The fact that we've even gotten this far to begin with, and we've allowed all this shit to just accumulate for as long as it has, makes no fucking sense. It's just curious to know though who's causing all this. Who runs in the shadows? Who's in the background making all of this shit happen? It's just fucking curious. You get to a point when you get fed up and you wonder who's causing all of this. Who's making the stir? Who's causing the ruckus? Because again, people like Trump, Biden, all of them, they're just fucking puppets. They're not the ones really in fucking charge. So it's you could even think that maybe they might not even be safe in the grand scheme of things, because a puppet will just become not useful eventually. I don't know what they're going to do eventually. Unless he just kind of goes off in the distance and disappears and just lives the rest of his life. I don't fucking know, but no one is truly safe in this world anymore. This whole Lincoln Rally Act, they're pushing further and slavery. They're using the death of a woman to push slavery. They use the death of a woman to further justify slavery. Think about that. How are they getting away with this? Whose idea is this? Who's making the shots here?
Like, it's just curious. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I nutty? I mean, we got to ask these questions, you know?